They think that the president's too old. He walks slowly. He just looks old. He looks like Donald Trump does. If you just look at the two men next to each other. We do a lot with women around the country with our women to women part of our organization. And now, for the first time, they want, 62% of them want to see a maximum age limit. As we know, there's a minimum age limit. Now want to make sure we max out on the high end as well. Never seen that before these two gentlemen decided to run for president. And the other thing is, for the first time in the polling, they want a mental acuity test. They want to make sure that both Donald Trump and Joe Biden are mentally up for the challenge.
Okay, I think we can pass this guy now.
We need a president who is on the top of his or her game.
Gotta hurry up though, because there's a curve up here.
I want to talk a little later about how we...
It's a good place to pass. Everybody's passing him.
Minimum ages for...
He's not driving real fast. He probably doesn't like driving that
First, let's
trailer.
talk about the State of the Union speech last Thursday. Many people were watching less for what Biden would say and more how he said it. Pat in Michigan writes, President Biden scored big during the State of the Union. All the members covered regarding his age and...
Now we're losing our station.
What do you think he did in that speech?
We're losing our station. There's too many hills, and that's coming from Adams. So, these hills are blocking them. I mean, they're talking about his age. A lot of these seers, I mean, maybe they don't really have to do a whole lot of thinking to realize that Biden's probably not going to make it through his term. But they predicted that he wouldn't make it through his full term and that someone else would have to come in, as vice president. And right now that would be Kamala Harris. And the lady she wasn't right about the Bitcoin prediction at all, because she said to buy it last week. It's at its record highs. She kind of indicated it would come down, and then that would be the time to buy it. So she was completely wrong on that. But one thing that she might be right about is that Biden won't make it through his full term next time. That he's going to win, which you could predict that he'll win, but he's not going to make it through his full term, and that the person that steps in for him won't do so bad. That they'll do good for the country. Let's set this at, and maybe it'll be Kamala Harris. And, I don't really care for her that much, but she is younger. I guess she's 60. I think Mike said she's 60, which is just a little older than I am. But she might see the light, and she might say, hey, she's going to know that this was a highly contested election. And she probably figured, let's try to pull things together here. Especially if he gets sick. I mean, they might start to worry and figure, okay, we better get our act together and just do the right thing and stop causing trouble. Maybe she's a good person, too. She might be just a good person. We just don't know it. She might do a good job. I mean, the other option is that Trump will win. Now he could die too. He's 78, so there's less of a chance. He doesn't seem to be quite as in bad shape. But yeah, something could happen to him too. So yeah, next year's going to be a hell of a year. It's not going to be a year to be in high-risk assets, or I don't know if we're going to have a bad economy next year. People are going to be afraid. There's going to be some fear in the economy. There's going to just be some general fear. It's not going to be good. It's a barn or something. 6.1 miles. I got to at least get to Missouri today. Then you'll have 600 miles after that, or 500 or 600 miles to go after that. I think it's 300. I think it's over 300 miles to Missouri, so we got a ways to go. We got to do a lot of driving. We're at 60.1 miles. For Robert, a trip like this is nothing. He doesn't, I don't think he worries about it, or when he just goes. He goes on trips like this all the time. Okay, we got a traffic circle. This is 33. This is where I get on. I've driven this before, but past 33, I've never driven this, so that'll be new dash cam. When we, I think we can go ahead and go. Yeah, come on at 27. I've never gone up here before. So, in another 8 miles, we're going to get to 61. And I watched a video, I don't know, a month ago or two. It was in the winter. I mean, we're almost kind of in winter yet. And the video was a long video. It took me a while to watch it. It took me a number of days. And it was 61. I drove the whole stretch of 61. And it started up in north of the Twin Cities. And it goes all the way to Louisiana? All the way to the Gulf Coast. I watched it all the way to the Gulf Coast. And so I will have seen, in a way I will have seen what we have up here. Oh, they're coming towards us. It's an Amish area. But I wanted to drive it. I thought, geez, that goes through, part of 61 goes through Arkansas. I'm not going to be on 61 in Arkansas, but I'm going to drive a good portion of his trip that he did. And it looks like we're going to have beautiful weather, too, for that dash cam. He dash cammed it at a little faster speed than real life. But it still took a long time to watch it, even though it was like 2 times speed or something like that. So it was like he was going 100 miles an hour. So now I get to see it at, I'll have it at actual speed. I'm going to be getting on 61 in just a little bit. I mean, he drove through La Crosse and everything. And he went right by that geode place. And I paused the video and I saw the drive